and gratitude. Welcome, everyone, to our high frequency living midday meditation today, here on the Low of the Sun YouTube channel. Our topic today is the heart chakra, and we will be doing a hand mudra that is going to enhance our self trust. So, a few announcements before we get started. High Frequency Living offers live streams which focus on high frequency living lifestyle topics like meditations and breath work, wellness, and nutrition. Of the Sun classes and modalities like quantum light property clearing, soul translation, light body movement, and many other high frequency topics. I am Diane of the Sun, owner of In Lakesh Studio One, which is a franchise of the Sun. We offer quantum light property clearing services, truth and tea, call for the truth divination card readings, and other services and products. And you can find that at inlakeshstudio1.com. And check us out on Instagram at inlakeshstudio1. Every Friday, we post a Frequency Friday, which is a call for the truth divination card reading. So see what truth the universe has for us in store that week. Join us every Wednesday as we do our midday meditation at noon Eastern. And check out Of the Sun live streams on Thursdays at noon Eastern with Lota and Tavares. They are always discussing a call for the truth divination card in depth. And it's always a pertinent topic for what's going on at the time. And join us each Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, for high frequency living different topics. So this Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be discussing the Of the Sun's Quantum Light Property Clearing Chronicles, we will be talking about the services and the classes. And there will be 4 of us on the call, and that will be Tavares of the Sun, Lauren of the Sun, Tiffany of the Sun, and myself, Diane of the Sun. And we will be talking about many stories and experiences we've had with both the service as a practitioner, as a personal clearer, and also the instructors will have stories as well. So our February session was jam-packed with these things, so I expect the next one will be as well. So hope you can join us then. And if you have any questions or comments, you can always join in the chat. Our next In Lakesh Studio One's Evolutionary Book Club will be the following Friday, April 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern on this YouTube channel. And we will be discussing the book Youthing by Sonia Nilsson. Sonia will be joining us that night for a discussion. So bring your questions and comments in the chat that night as well. Sonia is a natural medicine woman, and so she has a lot of good information for us as we're on our journey. And a lot of these things, they are about fasting, alkalinizing your body, doing those types of things, saunas and different things to help assist in the physical body as well as our spiritual body. So hope you can join us then. And there's more information on classes and websites and things in the description. So that wraps up our announcements today. And I invite you to join me. Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration? Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call forth aid and support from all that is? We are one with all that is. It is flowing through us now. We feel the universal life energy of all that is. Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the truth? Shall we call to see the truth in all things? Shall we call to hear the truth in all that we hear? Shall we have the courage to speak the truth? And shall we invite nothing less than the truth into all of our experiences? All right, welcome everyone to our heart chakra meditation today with our focus on trusting ourselves. So we're going to do a mudra, a hand mudra. And this is the mudra that came forward today, which is the Vajrapradama Mudra. I think I'm saying it correctly. And it's about trusting self. It's also about enthusiasm, trust, confidence, bringing our confidence into ourselves. This supports the respiratory system. It relieves tightness in the chest, the ribs, and the back. It energizes and cultivates enthusiasm and self-confidence. And it helps with depression. So this mudra, for me, it brought forward since it's the two hands, it brought forward that our left hand is our feminine side and our right hand is our masculine side. And so we are bringing the divine feminine and the divine masculine together. So as we bring our hands together, we interlace our fingers to the first knuckle with the pinky fingers on the bottom and our thumbs facing upward, and the index fingers are facing upward as much as possible. And you can hold your hands in front of your chest. Straighten your spine and relax your shoulders. And you can hold this mudra for as long as you'd like. You can also let go if it gets to be too long. Sometimes the arms get tired, but just keep it in relaxed position. And as we start, this brings forth unshakable confidence. This unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Feel the connections between the fingers. Notice the interweaving energy between the hands and the heart. See your heart and hands as a tool for self-love, self-confidence, and self-trust. Feel the energy of the palms meeting at the energy of the heart. Send your awareness to all of the qualities that this gesture inspires. Send your breath to energize these energies also. Allow yourself to perceive what these unique qualities are within you. Take time to see the trust in self. See yourself in trust. This is my time to be in trust. I am grateful for the time to trust myself. I am grateful for the trust within me. I am open to my inner trust. Trust is meditating. Trust brings awareness. Trust is the opportunity to see me. Trust is the opportunity to be my authentic self. Trust is the opportunity to evolve and grow. Trust is evolution. Trust is my purpose. Trust is who I am. Trust is inspiration. Trust is light. Trust is love. Trust is life. Trust is the unique wisdom within me. Trust is being in harmony with life. Trust brings new opportunities. Trust brings new possibilities. Trust brings new thoughts. Trust is truth. Trust is joy. Trust is gratitude. Trust is integrity. Trust is discipline. Trust is action. Trust is love. Trust is forgiveness. Trust is reconciliation. Trust is divinity. Trust is stillness. Trust brings self-mastery. Trust brings self-awareness. Trust brings self-preservation. Trust supports life. Trust is insightful. Trust is intuitive. Trust is confidence. Trust is courage. Trust is free of limitations. Trust is greatness. Trust is freedom. Trust is creativity. Trust is balance. Trust is oneness. Trust is worthiness. Trust is compassion. Trust is strength. Trust is steady. Trust is flexibility. Trust is understanding. Trust is responsibility. Trust is freedom. Trust is peace. Trust is patience. Trust is safety. Trust is radiant. Trust is enthusiasm. Trust is excitement. Trust is delight. Trust is divine feminine. Trust is divine masculine. Trust is the unification of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Trust brings self-confidence. Trust in yourself. I trust myself. Trust is a deep sense that all is well. Cultivate your inner trust. Cultivate your inner strength. Cultivate your confidence. Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine feminine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the power of the divine masculine to return to our world, bringing forth balance with integrity, discipline, and action? Shall we call for the unification of these polarities that are within us, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and be aware of them within our heart space? Remember, we are the unification of both polarities. We are the divine feminine. We are the divine masculine. Cultivate that within you and cultivate the trust within you. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. Shall we now take a few deep breaths in to bring us back into our spaces and our bodies? I hope this will help you bring more trust to yourself and bring in the divine feminine and the divine masculine in balance within each of you. Thank you for joining me today. at this midday meditation. Hope to see you next time with Invocation Veritas, honor, respect, and gratitude, integrity, discipline, and action.